Good morning. Today is Thursday, November 24th, and the time right now in Singapore is 9:11 in the morning. And wishing all a happy Thanksgiving Day. And overnight on Wall Street, there was a bit of activity going on. Overnight, of course, we were waiting for the release of the FOMC minutes for the November meeting, and apparently the report shows that a significant amount of voting members within the committee has actually voted in favor of actually easing the quantum of the rate hike going to December itself. So that caused the market to actually rally basically. And of course, we all know that the option expiry is going to be coming up tomorrow, and today of course the market will be closed in the US. Tomorrow is half a day of trading, so the market trade condition is actually geared up for a spike in volatility. Trading volume has actually been pretty low, obviously because the market is going to a holiday. That caused the condition for market volatility to actually spike. Okay, so based on that idea that the Federal Reserve is likely to slow down the rate of the rate hike, the market now is having this buoyant mood, allowing most US equity prices to actually rally. Over the Dow Jones, we can see that the Dow Jones came very close to challenging the August high of 34,281 with a high overnight at 34,262. So that was pretty close. We are just merely 19 points away from the September high, no, from the August high. Now, of course, we still have about a few more days to go before the month end. Okay, so there is every likelihood this market may actually pierce through the August high. The question is, can it sustain above this level? Okay, if it's able to sustain above this level, then that create the condition for an extended rally going into December. And of course, everybody is hoping for a Christmas rally, and it is always about this time of the year whereby most fund managers want to be paid bonuses. So obviously, the incentive to push up equity prices is always there. So do watch out for this. In the meantime, let's take a look at the S&P 500. S&P 500 also managed to nudge marginally higher compared to last week's prices. Now the S&P 500 has breached beyond the 4,000 points to 4,033.8. Now this couple of weeks, this week especially, we see that there's a lot of activity in the option market for the 4,000 strike price in the S&P 500 option futures. So basically you can see that the market wanted to pierce through the 4,000 points, and yesterday it did. It managed to close above 4,000 points to close at 4,027 points, and that create the condition for tomorrow's expiration. Now tomorrow is going to be key because it happens to be a option expiration date, and but the big one to come will be the December options, because there is quarterly options, and we all know that there's going to be a lot of trading activity going to be centered, and that will be expiring on the third Friday of December, and it's just 1 week before Christmas. So do watch out for momentum to continue to edge higher. Hopefully we can see higher prices going forward. And currently the S&P 500 is not even anywhere near the September high, which is close but not that close relative to the Dow Jones index. Okay, the September high right now is at 4,119, and last night's best price was 4,033.8. So we still have a bit of a distance to catch up before we can even challenge the September high. But based on the buoyancy of the Dow Jones, maybe we can see this move happening. Okay, again, we will have to see whether it can sustain beyond the November period. Over in the Nasdaq 100, we can see that although generally equity markets in the States overnight has actually gone up, the one that gone up the least is actually the Nasdaq 100. It has yet to challenge the month high, which is last traded on November 15 at 12,025. Okay, so we can see that the market is still lagging very much behind the S&P 500, and definitely lagging far behind the Dow Jones in terms of this rally for this counter trend relief rally. Okay, so do watch out if you have to buy any kind of index futures or in CFDs. Do note that this is the least bullish of all the three major equity index. In fact, this is the one index that you want to look out if the market suddenly the mood sour and the market wants to come back down. This will be the index. In fact, I will be watching to actually go short. Okay, but for going long, this is not my weapon of choice. Okay, over in Hong Kong, we can see market actually stabilized. There's no major reaction as to the overnight buoyancy in the on Wall Street. The market have actually do a three-wave pullback. Now when you go down to the 1 hour time frame, you can see this pullback is actually quite obvious. Market is doing three-wave pullback. Yesterday we have a low of 17,287.6. Not quite within the my target range of between 1,780 to 1,720, 1,700 240. Okay, so basically it's getting very, very close to this three-wave pullback target, and this set the condition for another rally. Although we have already have one basic one set of basic three-wave rally, technically that should mean that the rebound is over. But so we will have to see what happens on Wall Street, because that will definitely influence what's going to happen on the other markets, especially in Asia. So Asia markets, especially Hang Seng is concerned, we will have to see new pattern developing after this corrective pullback. Where is it going to head? Is it going to come back down, or is it going to continue to chuck higher? Okay. Over in Nikkei, we have a holiday. The Japanese are also celebrating Thanksgiving. So today the Nikkei market is not open, so there's nothing else to report. But basically, we can say that the market hit a high of 3,000. Sorry, I'm talking ahead of myself. This is the Shanghai. I'll show you the Nikkei. Nikkei actually yesterday closed a bit on the high side near the 28,500 level. So the market right now is still very, very buoyant, but today there is no market. So again, we will have to come back and look at this market again tomorrow. Okay. Dollar actually moved because the minutes of the FOMC meeting was actually telling us that the Federal Reserve may actually have a chance to actually slow down the rate of the rate hike. So that means the fuel that is that's propelling dollar higher interest rates, higher dollar. So what happens is that now we know that most of not say more, a significant amount of voting members within the FOMC is actually favoring slowing down the rate of ascent of the interest rates. That means the fuel that is behind the dollar rise temporarily is non-firing. So it is a misfire in that sense. So the dollar actually tumbled yesterday big time. As far as dollar yen is concerned, you can see the market took out a technical chart point in the support line, and it basically never looked back. So I'm holding on to short dollar yen position. So I'm sitting pretty. I'm looking at least 136.30 to see if I can buy it back. Okay, so this is my immediate target for this move. Over in sterling, I was also short the sterling because I didn't know which way the market is going to go. So I actually short dollar. I actually short the currency as well. But unfortunately, I was stopped out in my sterling trade. So the market also took out a major chart point and then started to rally. Lower dollar means higher currency rates for the others. So obviously the sterling actually took off, and unfortunately I was on the wrong side for this trade, but that's fine because I'm sitting pretty on the other. So euro dollar has also gone up in tandem with the sterling rise because dollar is generally retreating. So we can see that this is the counter trend move. Okay, and I do not have any position in Aussie. I was hoping to also do a short in Aussie, but I was thinking the risk reward doesn't make sense. So I actually refrained from doing another Aussie trade. So that was my saving grace. I did not get hit because of this. But I was also holding on to short dollar CAC position. So my dollar CAC position is also pretty, but it's not as pretty as my dollar yen trade. Yes, market is generally coming down. So there is scope for the market to come down even further today. Okay. So there is scope for the market to come back down. Bare minimum to challenge the 1.33 at the bare minimum. Okay, so we have to watch how this market unfolds as the days progresses. Over in crude oil, this was a disappointment. The crude oil prices actually went pulls back even deeper. As you all know, I'm really long the crude oil at about $79. So the market now is going went to down as low as $76.83 last night before it stabilized. So this is a lot deeper pullback than I was expecting. Market, after this major run up, I thought the market is about to get ready for ignition to the high side, but unfortunately yesterday prices unraveled. But by and large, so long as $75.27 is not taken out, I think there is still scope for the market to recover. So going into yesterday's trade, I was thinking market can actually challenge the $93-$94 level. Okay, $93. So that is still remaining my medium-term target. So I'm going to hold on to this position and keep my stop below $75.27. Over in precious metal yesterday, we have a big move on relative. Okay, the gold market actually went out to 1,725 and 20 cents before it's reversed itself. Going into yesterday's position, I was telling you guys that I was originally holding long position. Then I looked at the market may actually come back down to test the $1,700. So I have another account in which what I did was I actually sold into the other account all my exposure in this current account, and I was thinking market can actually decay all the way to $1,700, but it did not. Market actually stabilized and then started to reverse. So what I did was I closed out my other position in the other account. So I just basically holding on to my long position. So that seems to be playing out pretty well for me. But the market right now has already rebounded 50% from the fall of 1,786 to 1,725. So the market now is hitting the 50% mark. Whether or not it can clear, that's going to be key, because I think the market needs to clear 1,767 before it can actually resume its rally. Okay. Over in silver did not pull back as aggressively as gold that we saw, which is rather unfortunate, because going into this week I was actually placing a limit order to buy at $20.60. The market obviously have penetrated my limit order, but I didn't get a fill, so hard luck for me. So the market actually very rarely up last night, up to this morning at $21.68. So this is a big move. So far it is a three-wave rally. I need the market to rally beyond $22.25 to actually confirm the market is resuming its up run. Okay, so this one has a lot of potential for all the reasons I mentioned in previous presentation. Over in the crypto space, we have a little bit of life coming back to this space here. Of course, lower rate of increase in interest rate actually ignite the idea that maybe this is a time to go back into crypto space. Although the sentiment in this space has been pretty negative after the implosion of FTX, and now we have another cloud hanging over our head, which is Grayscale, which is owned by Genesis. If Genesis or Grayscale go under, everything is going to unravel one more time. So based on this condition, market was able to rally last night. I think that was a good sign. Okay, from a low of 15,479, market went up to 16,600. So right now we are holding on to for dear life. Hopefully the market can actually extend higher. We will have to see whether there's any new impetus for the market to go higher. Now, I have not touched the crypto space for more than 2 months now. Yesterday morning, remember I saw this initial surge. I was telling you guys that I decided to go back in again and dip my toe into this market by buying Ethereum, and it turned out to be not too bad a deal. Okay, Ethereum did not go up as aggressively as I thought it would, but basically I'm in the money, and the market is currently at $1,183.84. So we have to see whether it have enough strength to go higher. The key level to clear will be 1,291. So we have to see whether market can clear 1,300. Okay, which is my target, by the way. 1,300 I think is going to be my immediate target. Of course I place a lower limit order to take profit. So but currently my pre-profit point is 1,295. Just giving you a little bit of space to wriggle. Okay. Ripple also managed to hold its own, but you can see Ripple, if I compress the chart, you can see that the Ripple market is compressing because the highs are getting lower and lower from the previous high, and the lows are getting higher and higher from the previous low. So we can see the market is squeezing, and at some point it's going to break out. Okay, but so I think this is going to grind for some time to come before we can see a significant move in the Ripple space. The one champion last night was this coin. This coin is Binance Coin. Binance Coin went on steroid, from almost $250, it rushed up above $300. So this is a big move on a relative basis. I wish I had bought Binance Coin instead of Ethereum. So hindsight is always 2020, right? So the whole idea is this move here is actually very supportive of higher prices. The next level to look out for will be $312. If we can clear that, I think we may see this market getting out of this space here. Okay, of course the whole idea is not say lower interest rates. If the rate hike slows down, January is still going up, but it doesn't go up by 75 basis points each time. I think the market is conducive for recovery. Dogecoin, of course, is riding on the back of all this positive sentiment overnight. So it has also managed to go up to 8 cents. But again, this is a meme coin. There's no real fundamental behind it. Cardano is also struggling, just barely following what is happening in the other coins. It also managed to go up to 32 cents from a low of almost 30 cents. Okay. Solana is actually one of the worst hit this round. From just under $11, now it has managed to rise up to $14.46. So in the sense, we have a 5-wave rally. So what we need to see now is a 3-wave pullback before you can continue to go higher. So I think near term there is scope for the market to challenge the $17. So that's it for now. Remember, tonight there is no market in the States. So tomorrow morning there will be no update. And until next Monday, I will see you again. And in the meantime, happy holidays. And don't forget, tomorrow is Black Friday for those who want to go shopping. Tomorrow I think there's going to be a lot of offer. We will see. Okay. Now, bye bye. Take care.